All right, yeah. If you know me, you know I hate my car looking like everybody else's. It's a personal thing. I came up in the '80s when we had to build our own cars. We didn't have ready to runs. Everything was a kit, and you can either paint it to look like the box, or you can make your own. And I always chose to make my own. Shout out to hip hop. But I got these wheels off of Amazon. Local shops don't really carry too many options with wheels, unfortunately. Maybe we can change that. But I forget the offset, but they are offset and well, made in China like everything is right now. But I'm gonna check these out. Oh God, Jesus. So I love beadlock rims, but I just like all this stuff for show right here is it's a pain in the ass to get all these little screws in. Sometimes if they don't fit, then you got real problems. But these are beadlocks. These are the screws that go in 2, 4, 6, 8. So about 16 of them actually shut the wheel down, and then the rest are just for show. I might use these on my crawler course. Another thing I'm building, so stay tuned for that as well. These are the JConcepts Ruptures green compound. These were recommended by the hobby shop. The indoor crawler course they have, people normally run these. They say this is pretty much their standard, but it's the 1.9 wheel I have, green compound, and the foams that come with it are good enough apparently, so that saves money. We don't have to buy extra foams. I'm not gonna cut these things either yet. Not yet. But oh man, they're sticking to everything, so hopefully these things stay sticky like this. You know, it has the foam inside. Again, I'm not gonna cut that out, but just to check it out. It's like one of those latex suits anyway. But a lot of people I know cut corners on their tires. I don't know if it's necessary yet, so I'm not gonna do it. But these things are super sticky compared to my originals, which these were sticky too. I can't take anything away from these, but they are stock and the car wasn't expensive, so I'm sure they're not the best tires, but they're better than the ones I've seen on more expensive ready to runs. So these come in packs of 2s. So again, it's not like the old school way where you just glue it on and wait. These you have to really work on and make sure that the direction they look like it doesn't matter which direction you go. But that's something I tend to find out the hard way. So we'll stuff this back in here. These also are a lot taller than the stock ones I have. The stock ones are about 4.2 inches tall. These are about 4.7 inches tall. So there'll be a little bit of difference. About a ½ inch, I guess. And we're gonna do this the quick way. Alright, so I went out and got some footage. After looking at that footage, I didn't really think it showed the potential that these tires had, so I'm back to get more footage. Try some better lines. There was a guy that showed me some really cool lines last week that I didn't have my camera, so I didn't get to record that. But I'll see if I can find those lines, or at least 3 good ones out of those. If not, you know, definitely better than what I had. So I didn't find those lines, but I did find better lines than I had before. Definitely shows more of why you would need these tires, or at least how they help. Took a lot of beatings. I don't know if I'm gonna add all those beatings into the footage, but this body took a beating, and I'm hoping when I put the Pro line on there, it can take that kind of beating. But when I'm reading on Amazon, possibly not. That said, I don't know if I'm gonna have to be just a little more careful with the tumbles or just deal with it. But yeah, I got better footage, so I'm happy with that. As usual, thanks for watching and peace.